For 2 decades, B2B buyers relied on a single method to find answers: typing queries and clicking lists of links. That model has fractured. In the traditional retrieval model, search engines provided a ranked index of documents. Algorithms evaluated external proxies, like domain authority, keyword density, and the volume of inbound links to determine which pages to surface. Generative AI engines operate differently. They do not rank pages. Instead, they read multiple sources, digest the raw information, and generate a single synthesized answer for the user. Despite this shift, most B2B companies are still pouring their marketing budgets into optimizing content for a retrieval model that their buyers have already abandoned. In the SEO era, latecomers could compete by outworking early movers with sheer content volume. The AI synthesis race requires a structural advantage, and structure cannot easily be retrofitted at scale. A heavily backlinked, deeply researched, highly authoritative white paper will frequently fail to be cited by an AI answer engine. This happens because AI systems evaluate text differently than human readers. They do not follow a persuasive narrative arc or build toward a conclusion. They scan strictly for isolated, extractable data points that directly resolve a query. Ensuring your data is selected requires a new discipline: Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, and also Answer Engine Optimization, or AEO. GEO structures content for inclusion in synthesized answers, while AEO targets direct answer selection. Both disciplines overlap by abandoning the external proxies of the SEO era. Instead, AI engines directly evaluate a document's internal architecture to determine if the content is safe to cite. To win inclusion in an AI-generated answer, content teams must stop writing fluid marketing copy and start engineering rigid data payloads. This diagram compares the two dominant content architectures: the traditional information-organized document on the left and the answer-first document on the right. First is resolution proximity. A scanning line moves down the left document. Context builds slowly over several paragraphs, burying the actual resolution deep in the text. An AI system processing a prompt lacks patience for preamble. The further down the answer sits, the lower the confidence. Conversely, the answer-first document places absolute resolution in the very first paragraph. An AI model will select the quickest path to a high-confidence resolution. If it has to hunt through your document for the answer, it will pull data from a competitor who provided it immediately. The second characteristic is definitional clarity. AI models operate on explicit semantic links. The information-organized document uses undefined jargon, which to an AI is a broken logic link that lowers its citation confidence score. The answer-first approach mitigates this by defining every significant term upon first appearance. These explicit definitions serve as high-confidence semantic anchors, proving the model accurately understands the context. The third characteristic is structural extractability. Generative systems extract specific fragments to form new responses. If a paragraph relies on a pronoun from a previous section, it cannot survive extraction. Separated, its meaning dissolves. Answer-first content encapsulates logic. Every header is a standalone statement. Because the text does not rely on preceding paragraphs, the AI parser can safely lift the entire module without breaking its semantic truth. If an algorithm cannot securely extract a single thought from your text, it will bypass the document entirely. Fourth is decision relevance. Traditional content is organized around internal product features, but buyers prompt AI engines with specific business problems. The AI weights selection heavily toward content structured directly around the user's specific decision. The final characteristic is semantic consistency. Companies invent proprietary terminology, creating semantic distance from the buyer's prompt. Answer-first architecture eliminates this friction by precisely matching its terminology to the syntactical patterns of the user's query. By maximizing resolution proximity, definitional clarity, extractability, decision relevance, and semantic consistency, you prove to the algorithm that your document is mathematically the safest, most accurate asset to cite. When a document perfectly scores across all 5 of these vectors, it becomes a distinct tactical asset known as a dialog winner. A dialog winner is content so cleanly structured and precise that the AI designates it as the definitive answer to a specific buyer question. When a buyer types a query related to that topic, the conversational AI surfaces your asset, summarizes its specific points, and recommends your framework. Engineering a Dialog Winner automates your early sales cycle. The AI engine absorbs your expertise, acting as a highly effective pre-sales engineer on your behalf. A single Dialog Winner guarantees high citation rates for a specific query. But capturing an isolated query is a tactic, not a complete system. To scale this advantage, companies must build a comprehensive structural architecture known as the hub of truth. A hub of truth operates as a rigid citation spine. It is a network that connects multiple Dialog Winners together, covering every core decision question a buyer faces within your category. Linking these highly optimized assets together creates a map. As the AI parser moves along these connecting lines, it learns the entire logic of your company's framework. This process is called betweener engineering. By structuring data specifically for machine comprehension, you actively program the AI's foundational understanding of your corporate identity and market positioning. The result is a high-confidence data reservoir. The AI can draw answers from this single verified ecosystem across multiple related user prompts without ever needing to reference a competitor's text to fill in the gaps. When a hub of truth is fully deployed, the AI understands your ecosystem so thoroughly that it naturally defaults to teaching your frameworks to the buyer. We can see the ultimate commercial outcome by mapping the hub of truth onto the standard buyer journey. This architecture places your synthesized answers upstream, before the buyer has even completed their first direct website visit. Buyers who arrive at your domain after an AI interaction are pre-oriented. They are already thinking in your conceptual frameworks and using your precise terminology because the AI educated them first. There is a persistent misconception that optimizing text for machine parsing degrades the experience for human readers. This is false. The explicit definitions, the rapid resolution proximity, and the clear, extractable logic that algorithms require to parse data safely are the exact same characteristics that human decision-makers prefer when trying to solve complex business problems. In the era of generative synthesis, building an answer-first content architecture is not a technical trick. It is the most reliable investment a company can make to drive upstream buyer progress.